Blizzard. I'm going to be talking about my persuasive speech, which is on sexual education in schools. This is my crowd. That's my slideshow. Alright, so as a teenager, my parents never really taught me about sexual education. The biggest thing that actually happened to me was that my dad, he just left a box of condoms on my bed when I was in ninth grade. I just came home. He knew I had a girlfriend. I just came home from school and it's just like a random box of condoms on my bed. So I got a little funny slide for that. Just one little quick condom. Yeah, I just did that. So at the time when he actually left it, I was thankful because, you know, I didn't know anything. I didn't know about diseases. I didn't know about pregnancies. I just figured, you know, my dad's just trying to protect me. But when I got into the 10th grade, I actually had to go through this class called sexual education where they taught you about body parts, they taught you about diseases that's floating around, they taught you about condoms and other forms of contraceptives, which was really good because, like, even though it won't prevent you from having a STD, you don't have to wear condoms in order to not get somebody pregnant, but it's really good. Like, if you're not going to practice abstinence, I say that condoms is the best way to go because it can prevent diseases and also it helps against pregnancy. So, nope, I did that. So, according to NCSL.org in 2007, 47 teens admitted to having sex, while out of those 47 people, 83% only admitted to actually using some form of contraceptive. So that still leaves 83%? That still leaves a 17% gap that wasn't using any type of contraceptive. So people's out here getting pregnant. And according to HHS.gov, quotes that teen birth rate decreased in the U.S. from 61.8 out of 1,000 to in 1991 from the start of the polls to 26.6 births out of adolescent females in 2012. However, that is a big drop in birth rates from 91 to 2012, but the U.S. as a whole is still like one of the highest countries out of the industrialized world. Like, say for instance, we're still higher than Canada, we're still higher than the UK, mostly Western Europe. I think the only people that we beat out is like Bulgaria, something like that. I messed up and I forgot a slide, so I'm about to show you that slide now. Alright, so this is the teenage birth rates of 19 to 15 year olds by state in 2012, and 50% more is around that Texas area, also including West Virginia and Kentucky. I want to say that 40% to 49% is a lot of the other southern states, including Arizona and Nevada, and every other places, minus New England, is like in the 20 percentile area. So, and when talking about diseases, HHS.gov says that adolescents ages 15 to 24 account for nearly half of the 20 million new cases of STD each year. Today, 4 in 10 sexually active teens have an STD that can cause infertility and death. Also, the rates of HIV are very low among adolescents. Males make up more than 2/3 of the HIV diagnosed among 13 to 19-year-olds. And also, girls ages 15 to 19 have the highest rates in gonorrhea and the second highest rates in chlamydia. So, and while these statistics for all these ages 15 to 24, all youth people ages 15 through 24 only make up 25% of the sexually active population. So that's a lot. Highest rates for gonorrhea and second highest for chlamydia, and only making up 20% of the sexually active. So according to gutmuncher.org, most parents, 65%, believe that sexual education should be encouraged through young people to delay sexual activity, but also prepare them to use birth control and practice safe sex just in case they do want to go out and be promiscuous. It also says that students in grades 7 through 12 need more information about what to do in the event of a rape or a sexual assault, and how to get tested for HIV, and how to get tested for any other type of diseases, and about preventing pregnancies. Like, that's the type of information that I wanted to have when I was going through high school. I just didn't want to get anybody pregnant, and I didn't want to catch everything. That's the easiest way to say that. In 2011, 20 states, along with DC, mandated sex and HIV education in school, and 12 other states only mandate HIV education, according to TakePart.com. Along with teen pregnancy and it's like, although teen pregnancy has decreased in the past year by 10%, it still remains higher than other countries. So with that being said, what needs to happen, in my opinion, is that all 50 states should mandate that you take sexual education, but also give parents an option to opt out, because if, for instance, religious reasons, or they just want to teach their children themselves, they can just opt their kid out to take it. But you can't. How I feel is that you can't try to pass it along in a state that says no, we're not going to do it at all. Like, say for instance, like your neighbor has a child the same age as you, but they actually want their kid to go through the sexual education class. Like, if you just ban it by state, then they don't get that option. So at this time, I'm gonna take some questions. So, how do you guys feel about sexual education? Did you guys go through sexual education?
Yeah.
Yeah, in high school I went through sexual education. And I think it's good. I learned a lot. So.
How about you?
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot in sexual education. It was a pretty fun class for me.
Alright, so I did want to learn about sexual education when I was going through high school, but my thing was, you always got that one guy that like just about to pass out for no reason because he hate looking at graphic videos. I was that guy. I was in there, I was sweating, I had my head down, I'm just like, teach me the information but don't show me pictures. Like they showed a childbirth on YouTube for no reason. Like, they were pretty graphic, so I wish I didn't go to school that day. But, so how else do you guys feel about sexual education? Do you guys feel like that they should ban it by state? Do you think they should just keep it in all states like I do?
I think they should have it on all states, and just like they have a lot of states, if parents don't want them to learn about condoms or whatever, like sex ed, then they can just sign a little waiver or whatever, and then not go to class.
Yeah, that's why I agree. Like, it should be in all states, and like with the whole religion and any like funny other stipulation, they should like be able to opt out, because not everybody religion needs to know about sex, I guess. Whatever religion that is, I don't know. Yeah.
So y'all got any questions for me?
I had one, but it kind of slipped my mind. I think you answered when I asked
you. Yeah,
you
you
how
answered
you was.
the question about if somebody wanted to not take the sex ed, would they do it?
Like, mine was pretty graphic too, so I can relate.
So how long do you think the course should be, and when do you think the class should start? Like, what grade?
Mine was in 10th grade, and it was about a week long, and I felt like that week was probably a good amount of time. We learned about pregnancy and STDs. I still say it should be like a week or two long, but it should probably be taught at an earlier grade. Like I say,
mine was in middle
school. It should be like, I was about to say it should be like 7th, 8th grade.
It's high school, actually.
Yeah, high school. They already knew at high school.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't prevent it, but it does help against teen pregnancy, and it does help against youth catching diseases. And that's always bad. Like, I understand that parents want to go around and say like, "Oh, my child will never do it," but like you're not with your kid all the time. Like, you don't know what they're out doing. Like, they have friends. Their friends influence them, and some friends can influence your child to have sex. So it's better to be safe than sorry. And that's all I got, class. I hope you like my video. Thank you.